outspoken in your nationalist leanings.
Believe in Germany, sir.
Good. There are nearly 50 political factions in this city at the moment. And I use informants to identify the more aggressive ones. Does this interest you?
Informing, sir?
One of these groups is the German Workers' Party, led by a man called Anton Drexler. They gather in the back room of the beer hall. Just an excuse to have a drink, I expect, but pay them a visit and tell me what they're planning.
But don't drink, sir.
Just listen then.
But interest equals slavery. The Berlin-centered economy, which is currently collapsing, leaves us no other choice than to declare Bavarian independence.
Two more beers. Right away.
The state of Bavaria must separate from the rest of Germany and form its own nation.
Insane.
Of course, we are a different society. We are predominantly Catholic. They are not.
We're all German.
Culturally, perhaps, there are similarities. But even then...
What about Parsifal? Lohengrin?
Young man, I'm talking about reality, not fairy tale.
You're talking about the purity of the German people, which is no fairy tale.
What's this?
It's my report from the German Workers' Party, sir.
I only asked for a few words.
They've asked me if I'd like to join. I haven't accepted yet.
Should we be concerned about them? That's all I need to know.
Well, it's club life of the lowest form, sir. But I like the underlying politics.
The nationalist agenda must include elimination of the Jews. What's this have to do with your report?
Just some thoughts of my own I added. Do you disagree?
It's just not feasible.
Oh, it's very feasible, sir. Just drive them out. Deport them if necessary. Can you imagine a world without them? A pure, a holy. Do you think there are any Jews in Valhalla?
It is my pleasure to introduce to you our guest speaker for this evening. Many of you may remember him by his comments at our last meeting. So please welcome Herr Adolf Hitler.
When I was a boy, I heard the story.
Louder.
I heard the story of the Holy Grail, and how it could only be found by one who was pure of heart. Indeed, we have a history of purity in this country, but we have fallen on hard times. Our military is in tatters, our economy collapsing. But it's not poverty or weakness that's our problem. It's indifference. Is anyone listening? That's the problem nowadays, isn't it? No one cares. No wonder we face extinction. Pride is a weapon. A sword to be used against our enemies. But don't be deceived. They are strong. Stronger than we are. And it's not the French or the English I'm talking about. Our enemies live among us. Communists. The foreign invaders who come to our country to destroy us and take over our lives. Who alone are responsible for the moral decadence that now riddles our society? The Jews! The Jews! Yes! Who call themselves German, but who are now, and who have always been, unwelcome, unwanted, and they are everywhere! Invading our government, stripping us of our savings, raping our families and our heritage. I tell you, friends, this is war. A war that is soon to turn, where the invaders will become the victims. Universal military service shall be abolished in Germany. Germany will pay war reparations for all damage done to Allied civilians and their property. Responsibility for the outbreak of the war rests solely on German shoulders. But a few of the demands of the Treaty of Versailles. Impossible, you say? It will break us. But don't you see that's the point? They want to break us. And who do I mean by they? I mean the Reds! These fools who spread a disease called communism to empty-headed dreamers. Look who's talking! The most effective medicine is a bullet! That's the best way to cure us of these idiots!
Idiots are men like you, with nothing to say!
Marx was a Jew! The Communist Party is run by Jews! It's all a plot to destroy Germany! To bastardize our blood! Infiltrate our lives! They want to wipe the Aryan race from the face of the earth! We will survive! That's what they tell us. What they mean is, they will survive! We surrendered in November, at a time when we were perched on the edge of victory. Betrayed by the cowards and the traitors within our ranks. How do we fight them? We unite! We must join together for a greater Germany! We will sacrifice. We will struggle, yes. But only then will we triumph. And we will triumph! The hero Lohengrin as our model, and the music of Wagner as our inspiration. We will hang the profiteers, crush the communists. We will disinfect our country of the Jewish. We will triumph!
What's going on?
Hey, Hitler. Who is this?
My new friends, what are you arguing about?
We have been approached by the German Socialist Party to join forces. Our principles are similar. We can negotiate a new platform to eliminate our differences, and together, both parties will be even stronger. Some of the others here disagree.
I see. Would you like to know what I think?
Yes, of course.
I think you're a traitor.
But Herr Hitler...
Compromise is not possible! If their members wish to quit their party and join ours, that's another thing. But our principles are our principles and cannot be changed. For many years, my friends, I was like a prisoner, blindfolded, fending off blows from every direction. What had I done to deserve this treatment? I did not even know who my enemy was. An innocent victim of greed, and of hatred, and of cunning. In recent years, we have all suffered like this. Germany, more than any of us. Yet there is no need to live in darkness. The turning point in my life was when the blindfold was ripped from my eyes. And I could see my enemy, our enemy, the Jew! We recognize him. We recognize him.
Nobody leaves. No one.
We see how his filth and his greed have stung at the heart of this great country. We must crush this vermin. We must wipe this plague from our nation. What we say tonight will soon be forgotten. What we do will live on for 1,000 years.
Adolf Hitler. You have been accused of high treason. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Helel, are you a German citizen?
You talking about a piece of paper or the blood that runs through my veins?
Answer the question.
No.
In November of last year, you led a putsch against the Bavarian state and German Reich. You coerced and threatened Commissar Carr, General Losso, and Colonel Seisser. You have been accused of high treason and called an enemy of the state.
If a thief takes your money and you take it back, does that make you also a thief?
In 1918, we were betrayed by the November criminals, the ones who claimed to be our leaders. They entered the war, signed the Treaty of Versailles, and that was high treason.
This is supposed to be an interrogation, not a speech.
I was simply taking back that which was stolen from us 5 years before. Namely the right to defend ourselves against the wishes of an incapable parliament. I used no force. I was supported by Commissar Carr. Why isn't he on trial? If I am guilty of anything, then I am guilty of fighting to defend the rights of the German people. Stronger than we are. We need more room to live, to expand, sustain ourselves. Germany will either be free of Jews, or there will be no Germany. We need a leader, a man of great vision, a man with the courage to grind his enemy's bones into the dust. And he lives today, and he will lead his people to victory.
The meeting, gentlemen, is to solidify the party under me. I expect your full support. We must enter government by legal means. Then, we can take it apart. Our new policy is to win elections. Agitation is a thing of the past.
During my absence, you fought, you bickered, you made no progress whatsoever. Therefore, I propose to relieve you of the responsibility of leadership. The interests of this movement, from now on, will be my concern. If I should fail, I will stand down. But I will not fail. In this struggle, there are but two possible outcomes. Either the enemy passes over our body, or we will pass over theirs. If I should fall, wrap my body in the swastika banner. Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil!
To carry out the obligations of the office of Chancellor without party interests and for the good of the nation.
I do.
And do you further swear to uphold the Constitution, support the President, and respect the right of the Reichstag? So help you God.
I do.
To carry out necessary procedures against terrorism, Reichstag must support an enabling act. This act is your opportunity to hand power over those that can wield it most effectively. From now on, all legislation will be handled by the administration, which will have sole right to make constitutional changes. Freedoms of speech, association, and the press are temporarily suspended. Privacy rights in relation to telephone and postal communication are revoked. The government assumes the right to intervene in any situation to restore order. The right to draft laws passes from the Reichspräsident to Chancellor. I offer the Reichstag the chance for peace in Germany.
Never! If you respect our constitution...
Vice-Chancellor, please return to his seat.
I will take any refusal as a statement of opposition. Gentlemen, you must decide. Will it be peace or war?
Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles, über alles in der Welt. Wenn es jetzt zu Schuss und Kruzes, Brüderlich zusammenhält. Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles.
I know you think this is a betrayal, but Chief of Staff Rome was planning my assassination. I had no choice. I will bring you all into the Reichswehr army. You will once again fight for a strong Germany. Heil, Führer! The old Reich and its finest leader enter Valhalla. At the same time, we mark the beginning of a new era. A time of peace and prosperity awaits us. The 1,000-year Reich has begun. Sieg Heil!
For too long, the human race has ignored the signs. Your planet is nearing destruction. Salvation is reserved for those who pass the test. If you survive, an elevated